Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Midwest Slice of Life. I am your host, Marty. Welcome back. And I have to tell you something, kind of like a twist on an old REM song. It's the end of the Tenderloin as we know it, and I feel fine. I'm kind of glad it's over. It was a long Tenderloin tour. Tasty, had a lot of fun, had a lot of good times. We're going to talk about that after the opening. Going to talk about the Tenderloin tour. We're going to have a countdown, a little wrap up for everybody, and then this is exciting. We're going to be announcing our next food tour, which is going to start happening next Monday. We're not waiting around for anything. We're going to keep on going here. So here's the opening. Stay tuned. See you in a couple seconds. Okay, we're back. And as I said, we're done with the Tenderloin Tour. This is going to be kind of a wrap-up episode, and I'm going to be announcing soon here what the next food tour is going to be, which we start next Monday. As I said, we're not wasting any time. We're going to get right into the next one. But before that, I did kind of want to talk a little bit about the Tenderloin Tour. That was 19 weeks. We went to 19 places in 19 weeks. Actually, it was over 19 weeks because we had a couple of weeks off. But we did go. We went to 19 places. Had 19 tenderloins, rated all of them, and the rating system was a 0 to 10. I'm going to change the rating system in the next one. I'll explain that probably in the next episode. But this rating system was 0 to 10. Nothing fell below. I think the lowest rating was like a 6.2. Nothing got below a 6. And I think, like I said, the lowest was maybe 6.2, 6.3. Not going to get into the lower rated ones. I do want to say every place that we went to, the tenderloin was decent. I mean, we didn't really have one that was like uneatable or unbearable. Of course, some were better than others, according to me. I have fallen into this where people are like, well, who do you think you are? And this and that. I don't think I'm anybody. I'm just stating my opinion on stuff. And you may not agree with it, which is fine. Start your own YouTube series or your own blog and do that. I'm not a food critic. I'm not an expert on really anything. I'm just giving my opinion, which everyone has their own opinion. So I'm throwing my opinion out there, and I gave my ratings to 19 places. As I said, none of them really got a bad rating. Some were just better than others. That's just the way it goes. When you eat 19 places, some are going to stand out more than the others. And I have compiled a top 9 list. As I said, the ratings went from 0 to 10. So I picked out, there were 9 places that got a 9 plus rating. And I compiled a list of my 9 best rated places. I won't say favorite places, because some of the places I felt bad that I maybe didn't give that great of a rating to, but I tried to say there's other foods there that were really good. Every place I went to has really, really good food. All 19 places. But anyway, little drum roll. I don't think I can put a drum roll in here. There's all kinds of weird stuff with copywritten music and sounds. So create your own drum roll. And I'm going to give you the list here. The number 9 was Weaver's Fresh Food and Drinks out on Willow Knolls. They had a great tenderloin. They got a 9.2. And they tied with another place that I love, the Spotted Cow. Spotted Cow got a 9.2. So there's the first 2. A third in line was the Fieldhouse Bar and Grill over by Bradley in Campustown. The Fieldhouse got a 9.3 rating. Really good tenderloin there. Another place we went to, they got a lot of recommendations. They're in a new spot after burning down in another place about a year ago. I think on New Year's Eve they burned down. Asher's Bar and Grill in Pekin. A lot of people wanted us to go there, and it turned out they were all right. Great tenderloin. They got a 9.3. They tied with the Fieldhouse. 2 ties there. Weaver's and Spotted Cow each got a 9.2. Fieldhouse and Asher's each got 9.3. Actually, there's another 9.3 coming up that I'm just realizing. I guess I should have looked at this list closer. There were 3 9.3s. The third one, Donnelly's Irish Pub. One of my favorite places. You can watch the video, but it started out as the Shamrock. Started by Terry and Molly Donnelly, Ryan Donnelly. Their son is running it. Great tenderloin there. They got a 9.3. Another place, kind of a hidden gem outside of Peoria. I forget the name of the little town that it's in, but the Midway Duck Inn. They had a really good tenderloin. They got a 9.6. Deservedly so. Really good Midway Duck Inn. I'm going to be posting links to every one of these episodes down below here on YouTube if you want to look at all the different episodes. If for by God chance you haven't seen them already, but maybe you want to watch them again. Okay, continuing on the list, another 9.6, they tied Kenny's West Side Pub. Love Kenny's West Side Pub. Sean Kenny that runs it, great guy. They just opened up Friendly Valley Tap. Need to check that place out. But Kenny's West Side Pub has a really good tenderloin. And the good thing about Kenny's is you can get it up to like 4 in the morning. So you can go in there blasted, get a tenderloin, some of their tots, make a meal out of it. Get their cheese. They have melted cheese. Pour that on the tenderloin. That's what I did. So that got them a 9.6, Kenny's West Side Pub. Okay, we're getting close to the top 2 here. Second one to the top, the Billboard Bistro, which we just did last week. They got a 9.7. Really good. I think they got the most requests from people saying, you got to go to Billboard Bistro. I went. They couldn't have been more right. 9.7 for Billboard Bistro. And now the number 1 on my list, my personal favorite, Mike's Tavern. Mike's Tavern has a spicy tenderloin, perfect size. They toast the bun. They got a 9.9. Deservedly so. I'm going to show a couple pictures that I've taken. I actually took this for the blog, I think, before we did the Tenderloin Tour. I just went to Mike's for dinner. I didn't know they had a tenderloin. They got a new menu. I tried the spicy tenderloin. You can see it. I hope I'm pointing up. It's there somewhere. I just get confused on where I point. But there's the sandwich up top and bottom with and without the bun. Mike's Tavern, 9.9. Deservedly the winner in this thing in my not so humble opinion. But there's the top 9 list. Check out all the places. Thanks for watching all the Tenderloin episodes. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. If you can, subscribe to this channel. And we've got a brand new food tour coming up. Going to have a little cheers to that. And what I'm going to do is I'm making a little lunch here so we can have some sort of food while we're doing this episode. Going to be having lunch, going to get that out of the oven, bring it over here. We'll be back. That's going to be a little clue as to what the next food tour is. So we'll be back in just a flash. Okay, and here we are. It's time to reveal the next Midwest Slice of Life food tour. And the tour actually was inspired by a comment that I got on Facebook. I'll put it up right here or here. I never know where to point when I'm doing this because it's kind of the opposite, but it's up either here or here. And the comment was from Bobby Metzinger on Facebook, and it's after I did my Donnelly's post, and he said, you might want to check on the copyright of a Peoria Wingstop, but that should be next on your list, and Donnelly's should be the first stop. Best wings in the state by far. Ryan's hot sauce should be sold nationwide. I couldn't agree more. Love Donnelly's wings. Love the idea of a chicken wing tour. So that's what we're going to do. And to celebrate that, I actually made a couple chicken wings myself. You can see them there. I don't want to spill them out. But we'll go to a patent pending overhead shot of these wings. Then we'll be back, sample my wings, tell you a little more about this upcoming tour, and stay tuned. Okay, so you saw the overhead shot. These look really good. I marinated these overnight in barbecue sauce. I used a little Kikkoman soy sauce, hot sauce, mustard powder, red chili powder, all kinds of stuff. Like I said, I marinated them overnight, baked them at 350 degrees for an hour, and I'm going to give them a little try right now. Don't know if they're any match for... I'll put them this way so you can hear a little close-up of them. You saw the overhead shot. So I'm going to break off the drumstick here and give these a little try. These are really good. Really flavorful. All the different flavors are coming through, like bursting through. I did a good job, if I do say so myself, and I just did. So there you go. Really good. Let me try this section here. These are going to be hard to beat. Really tasty. So this kicks off really good. A little bit of heat is kicking through. Really flavorful. I use a lot of, like I say, a lot of flavors in these. I'll sip to wash it down there. Cheers, everybody. So Bobby wanted to call it the Wingstop Tour. I don't want to use that name. No offense, Bobby, but I thought of doing a play on Paul McCartney and Wings. Probably most of you aren't old enough to remember this, but back in the '70s, he did a tour and then a live album called Wings Over America. There's the logo up again, up one of these corners. He did Wings Over America. Well, I thought, you know what? We're going to call this tour Wings Over the Midwest. And there it is. Wings Over the Midwest. The actual tour starts tomorrow. As far as a rating goes, on ratings this time too, I'm going to go 6 to 10 because you rarely go below a 6, and I really doubt I'm going to go. These are all going to be local places that I'm going to too. I'm not going to any chains. No fast food places, all local places with chicken wings starting next Monday. Wings Over the Midwest. I'm going to give my own rating. I'll give these a 9.3. They're really good if I do say so myself. So Wings Over the Midwest. Stay tuned. Next Monday's going to really kick it off. We may go to Donnelly's to start it off like Bobby wanted us to. And maybe we won't. You're going to have to stay tuned. We got Fast Food Friday coming up this Friday. Then Monday starts the Wings Over the Midwest tour. So thank you all for tuning in to the Midwest Slice of Life. We'll see you Friday. And then Monday, it's Wings Over the Midwest.